Hey guys, Joe here at JP Details and welcome to my new daily reveal. I've gone and bought myself something with a bit more refinement than the van for the daily routine so I can keep the focus saved for this slightly more purposeful occasion. I first got the idea about buying a daily from a few recent trainees on the training days, as one of them popped down in a BMW 330d which I grew to like, and then various other conversations I've had involving a few different cars. To begin with, I said I don't want a turbo petrol because I've already got one of those, and maybe not even a performance car, but perhaps just a sport model 2-litre petrol of some kind. Along the lines of a Honda Civic EP3 Type R, a Porsche Boxster S, a Honda S2000, a BMW Z4 Coupe, a Golf GTI of some variation, but somehow the BMW 135i M Sport Coupe stood out from the rest. After watching a few YouTube videos by Officially Gassed, possibly Jamie FYD and Living Life Fast, the 135i stood out as the first Beamer that I should own. I looked at the M3s, which would make a better track focus car due to the longer wheelbase, however the 1 Series would still hold its own. I do like the hatchback version of the 1 Series and the 2 Series, i.e. the M2s, M3s, M4s, M5s, and that's pretty much where it stops. I love to own an M2 at some point and a 2016 M3. The 1M, however, would be a stretch at £47,000. So I laid eyes upon this Beamer, which was only an hour's drive away, so me and Ryan made the trip down on a Thursday afternoon. I looked over the car on the guy's driveway, and after we got chatting about the work that's been done to the car and its history, I began to feel confident in the vehicle. It's had various bits of work done to it in the last few months, with other major service items being done in the last 2 years. The car was practically sorted, with only one downside, which was the MOT was close to running out. The car was advertised for $10,995 and I bartered him down to $9k cash deal right there and then. 2 weeks later I put the car through its MOT at Rab Auto Services in Stafford, and it came back with needing a new set of tyres due to 2 punctures and 2 tyres verging on minimum tread. 2 flexi hoses for the brakes at the front were an advisory, so I had Rich and the team replace them for me. The car had an oil change and filter change, and that's all it needed. Off the top of my head, the recent work involves walnut blasting for the turbos, fully polybushed all round, brand new M3 front lower arms, new fully adjustable KW coilovers, a full geo setup, the wheels have been refurbished, a major service was carried out approximately 15 months before my recent service, with the car covering minimal mileage in between. It's running either 10 or 15mm spaces all round, which have sorted the stance out, and I can assure you that it doesn't rub. It has also had various other bits of work done in the last 2 years, but I can't remember what they are as the folder is at the unit and I'm currently at my new apartment recording this voiceover. The car has essentially had a few grand spent on it in the last 2 years by the 2 previous owners, and after the second most recent owner did his bit, he never really drove it. He sold it to me to help fund his E46 M3 forged track car project, expected to run 550 horsepower. So by the book, the 135i M Sport Coupe does 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. It's got the N54 3-litre twin turbocharged engine producing 306 brake horsepower standard. It's rear wheel drive and it does have a relatively short wheelbase, which does make for some interesting handling. I haven't had it on track as of yet, so I can't confirm what it's like to go sideways, but stay tuned because that will happen. The new set of Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres are fantastic as they are on the Focus, but if you want to get the thing sideways when running standard power, I do think that these amazing tyres do grip way too well. Not a bad thing of course for being safe and going fast, but still I did kind of buy this car to learn how to control oversteer. This is the first rear-wheel drive vehicle that I've owned, and in terms of the value for money with the added perk of reliability, I'm not too sure what else you could bang for 9 grand that's this much fun to drive. I took the rear seat and bench and a few other things out the afternoon I brought the car home, and I must have saved around 50 kilograms, and I don't plan to have anyone in the back, so it's definitely a win-win. I can hear the exhaust more, which isn't a bad thing, and perhaps it's made it that little bit lighter over the back end. I was meant to take the car to Donington in November, but COVID decided against it. Hopefully it'll be going to Donny in December this time, and the Focus will be heading off to Silverstone before the year is out. The idea with this car is to enjoy it for what it is, which is a pretty fun car to drive, and then of course detail it up and share the videos with you guys before moving on to something different. I don't plan to modify this car as I don't plan to keep it long enough, although achieving 400 brake horsepower wouldn't be overly expensive or difficult to achieve. It potentially would make an awesome track car or ring tool, or even an M3 Beta. Fully stripped, half a roll cage, some racing seats and 400 horsepower potentially would be more fun than the front wheel drive Focus. Either way, both cars will continue to be enjoyed, and I'll keep working hard for my wish list of future vehicles to own. As always, thank you for watching. Please drop the video a like to show some easy support, and feel free to give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram. Just search JP Details, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next one.
Press that red light's going to start flashing.
This one's flashing.
Oh, that's the memory card. Well, there.
So what's that? Press that to start recording.
Yeah, that one starts it.